1971 India-Pakistan War vs Operation Sindoor. It's pointless to compare the two, explained. The four-day armed conflict between India and Pakistan ended with a ceasefire that came into effect on May 10, making it one of the shortest wars between the two countries. In the aftermath, the Congress and several of its leaders have shared posts highlighting Pakistan's surrender to India in 1971 when Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister. However, according to several experts, drawing parallels between the 1971 war and the recent Operation Sindoor might be misleading. While both achieved their respective objectives, they differ significantly in context, scale, and impact, and should be viewed within their distinct historical and strategic frameworks, they said. The 1971 war was a full-scale military conflict that began on December 3 and ended on December 16. It was triggered by widespread human rights violations and a massive refugee crisis in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, where the Pakistani army persecuted the Bengali population. The violence forced nearly 10 million refugees to flee into India. In response, India initially provided humanitarian aid and extended support to the Bengali resistance force, the Mujahideen. When Pakistan launched an attack, India declared a full-scale war, engaging across land, air, and sea. Striking on both the eastern and western fronts, India achieved a decisive victory in just 13 days, leading to the liberation of East Pakistan and the creation of Bangladesh. On December 16, 1971, 93,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered in Dhaka, marking India's greatest military triumph. Unlike limited operations, this war led to a significant territorial and political shift in South Asia. In contrast, Operation Sindoor was a precision military strike launched on the night of May 7 to dismantle terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied to avenge the massacre of 26 Indian tourists in JKS Pahalgam 2 weeks earlier. Within a 25-minute window 105 to 1:30 am, the Indian Army hit 9 terror hideouts using advanced technology, including drones, satellite imagery, and precision-guided weapons. India emphasized that the operation was aimed solely at terrorist infrastructure, avoiding civilian or military targets. The objective was to curb terrorism and deliver a strong message to Pakistan without escalating into a full-scale war. After Pakistan's retaliatory strikes, India responded firmly, culminating in a ceasefire agreement on Saturday. According to military experts, comparing the 1971 war with Operation Sindoor is not appropriate, given their vastly different objectives and contexts. While Indira Gandhi led India through a full-scale war that resulted in the creation of Bangladesh, Operation Sindoor, conducted under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, was a limited but targeted military action aimed at dismantling terrorist infrastructure. While the 1971 war reshaped South Asia's political landscape, Operation Sindoor was intended to send a strong message to Pakistan and the terrorist groups it backs, without escalating into a broader conflict. Both achieved their stated goals within the frameworks in which they were carried out. Swipe left for next video. Operation Sindoor targeted terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pak, and it reportedly resulted in the destruction of 2 terrorist headquarters and 11 Pakistani military sites. It has also been reported that the Indian forces deployed over 400 drones, 30 missiles, and several fighter jets during the strikes. Government sources say several terrorists were killed in the operation, including 2 designated by the United Nations and 8 on India's most wanted list. Officials have described the operation as a decisive shift in India's counter-terrorism strategy, aimed at delivering swift and targeted responses rather than issuing warnings. Latest blogs.